Alright guys, I'm back with the news for this week, and with NAMM 2025 approaching, we are already seeing some fresh announcements from Korg. Behringer are teasing an SP1200 clone, and yeah, we also have a hint from an Akai collaborator about new NAMM announcements, and also a really unfortunate situation for legendary producer Madlib as his home burnt down in the LA fires. But first, a very short and important update regarding the Teenage Engineering bad gear situation. If you remember, Audio Pilz parody of Teenage Engineering's ad for the EP 1320 Medieval was removed from YouTube due to a copyright strike issued by Teenage Engineering, and so now we have some good news. They have reversed the strike and the video is back online. We don't have any further info or comments about this, but it's good to see that TE have removed the claim and that the situation has been resolved. So it seems Akai might announce new MPCs at NAMM. The hint comes from Grammy-nominated multi-platinum producer Chop Squad DJ, who works with Akai and was one of the faces of their campaign for the MPC Key 37, so it's definitely not some random guy. On his Facebook profile he posted, "If you are in LA, come meet me at the NAMM Music Conference next week at the Akai and ImageLine booths. I will be participating in an MPC Legends panel, as well as do a live cook-up with some of the new stuff that's soon to be announced from Akai Professional." He also wrote, "Akai is really about to change the landscape of standalone and controller-based instrumentation production with the future for the MPC brand." Shush emoji. Looking at Akai's NAMM schedule, we can indeed see that Chop Squad DJ will be taking part in it, as well as Roger Lynn himself, among other celebrities like Jermaine Dupri and Just Blaze. So I don't know anything else about it, but I'm sure we'll find out what's happening very soon, as NAMM starts on Tuesday, January the 21st, and Akai's MPC Creative Lounge will take place on Friday the 24th. So remember the multi-poly synth by Korg? It came out at the end of October and we already have a module version of it. So essentially the same thing but without keys, and also a plugin version. A lot of people call these synths plugins in a box due to the fact that they run on a generic computer platform like a Raspberry Pi and not on a specialized digital hardware platform. Well, Korg have released the VST from the box, so to speak, and you can get it for $200, while the module will set you back $850, which is just $50 cheaper than the keyboard version. Now, as someone who doesn't have much space for synths, I'm more interested in the plugin version, especially for a complex synth like this one. Programming it from a hardware interface doesn't seem appealing, but that's just me. Okay, slight correction here, the plugin version isn't available yet, it's listed as coming soon on Korg's website. Staying with Korg for the next story, and apparently they are in the Turntable game now. They've revived the legendary Vestax Handytraxx as the Handytraxx Play. The original Handytraxx was released in the late 2000s and was a hit among portablists, essentially DJs who scratch using portable gear, and Korg's updated take has been created in collaboration with former Vestax president Toshihide Nakama, who unfortunately passed away in 2023. So Handytraxx Play has a built-in speaker, it can run on batteries and has a number of performance features. So not only does it come with a built-in crossfader, but also a delay effect, a looper and a multi-mode filter. And the Handytraxx Play launches alongside 3 other Handytraxx units, the Handytraxx Tube, Handytraxx Tube J and Handytraxx 1-bit, which are aimed at audiophiles and are quite expensive. That's not to say that Handytraxx Play is cheap though, it's available for pre-order for $399, which is considerably more expensive than the Newmark PT01 Scratch, but it does seem to be a higher quality product overall. So the tragic situation with the LA fires has impacted iconic producer and vinyl collector Madlib. He has lost his home in Los Angeles and also his record collection and music gear. His post on Instagram reads, "We are reaching out with heavy hearts to ask for your support in helping legendary producer Madlib and his family after losing their home, decades of music and equipment in the devastating LA fires. Your donation, no matter the amount, will provide assistance to help Madlib with immediate personal needs, essentials like clothing, temporary housing, transportation costs, and the tools Madlib needs to continue creating the music that has touched so many lives. Please note, this is not to rebuild the physical home, this is to start rebuilding life for immediate needs. Now, him asking for donations has apparently caused some controversy, as some people feel he's rich enough to not need any help. The post suggests otherwise though, as they do mention immediate personal needs. And I'm sure he'll be fine in terms of gear, he's been making music on his iPad anyway, so he probably won't have a problem getting back to producing. One thing that's probably impossible to rebuild is his crazy vinyl collection with rare records from all over the world. After releasing their Lindrum clone, Behringer are gearing up to work on an SP1200 clone. But don't get too excited, they're just collecting ideas and are yet to hire engineers who will work on this project. So it will probably take at least 3 to 4 years before we can actually buy this, but they're aiming for a price point of $500, which will surely get a lot of people excited, considering that prices of an actual SP1200 or other clones are just obscenely high. Behringer will also be back at NAMM for the first time in 10 years, and Uli himself will be there. So the NAMM show has been a bit lackluster in the past few years, as companies have relied more on the internet and social media for announcements and marketing. But it is shaping up to be a more significant event this year, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple of major announcements, like back in the day when NAMM was the time and place to announce new products. So that's all I have for you for the time being. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you are new here, and I will catch you in the next one.